guys, welcome back to my video. Thank you so much for stopping by and being out on this deck with me today. I know I'm outdoors. I'm just loving the weather out here in Atlanta. It's the end of February and we are, right now it's cloudy, but we have been having beautiful sunshine and just glorious weather, and I'm getting ready to have dinner out here on my deck. I'm taking the opportunity to get a little sun and just relax. It's the weekend. It's a beautiful Saturday here, and we're gonna have some trout tonight, so I'm gonna do some blackened trout. Okay, this video is gonna be a little bit weird, but I wanted to put it out there. I wanted to do a review for you guys in case you guys are interested in any of this. So what I am talking about, and I've got the box here, so I'll show you the box. In fact, I'll put this back here so I can unbox it for you guys. I got a mole. It's like a mole and tattoo remover. Now, I don't have any tattoos, so I can't speak to tattoos. But this is it's off of Amazon. It's a made in China box that comes here. If you can see this is how it looks like. There's the sketch of it. It's a gizmo. It's well, it works on being charged. I was going to say batteries, but it's not. It doesn't work on batteries. You have to charge it. It's like a USB charger. It's a gizmo here, and it's actually turned on. So let me turn it back off. Wand, for want of a better word, that has these needle attachments, okay, that screw off and screw on. I won't screw it on or screw it off, but it's pretty prickly if you can see it. Pretty prickly. And I got the, kind of upper level one that I paid a little more for on Amazon here, because this is the one that has the LED things, and I'll turn it on if you can see it, you see? And then if that's on level 2, and then you kind of put it on level all the way, it goes all the way up to level 8. All right. And I'll turn it off now. I don't want to waste the batteries here. But basically, when you turn it on and you choose a level of, for want of a better word, pain, and then you push this button here, and while you depress it, you put it on your, I'm using it for cherry angioma, which are these red marks. I don't know if you can see them, but I've got like little red dots and things all over my body, and I've got some moles. I've got a mole around here somewhere. I've got a couple of moles here and there, and there's another one there. If you can see that cherry angioma, there you go, you can see that. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go and zap them off of me, okay? And I looked at a number of YouTubers that have done it live on camera, and I'm not going to indulge you with doing it live on camera, because you guys might be a little squeamish about it, and but I will show you some pictures over here as I'm healing up of some of these things that I'm burning off, okay, and how they're healing up, and how they're scabbing over and all of that. But what I wanted to emphasize for you guys, and go through my feelings of using this, and would I recommend it, and all of that. Now, again, I'm not sponsored. No one told me to buy this. I've had cherry angiomas for most of my adult life. I got them pretty early on. I know that some people get them, past 40 or past 50. I think I've had them already in my 30s, and certainly maybe even a couple in my late 20s. So I've had them most of my life, and it seems like there's more and more that comes about. So as you age, more and more come out, and they almost come in clusters. So you got to like really, I pay attention to it, and the only way to get them off is to catheterize them. Is that what they call it? Catheterization, which is this machine here. Now, you can go to a doctor, a dermatologist. Hang on, I got to take a swig because I've been talking to you guys a lot. You can go to a dermatologist. Let me turn this around, and have them removed. Okay, they have a machine. They have a catheterizing machine. Obviously a professional machine that they use, and they'll basically go through your whole body, and not your whole body, but a substantial amount of them, and take them off or burn them off. It is not covered by insurance. So if it's not covered by insurance, it's going to cost you money out of pocket. Well, I went to my dermatologist a number of years ago, and I said, I really don't like the look of this. There are these, red dots all over my body. It's just getting to be more and more. Is there a way to take them off? And he looks at them, and he goes, oh yeah, it's really easy. I have a machine here, and basically burns it off, and we go through that process. And I'm like, okay, so what do I need to do? Make another appointment, or what? Can we do it right now? And he goes, well, we can't do it right now because A, you have to make an appointment, and B, it's not covered under insurance. It's actually covered. I'm just looking at the clouds. I just felt like a drop. Anyway, I'm going to try to talk through it. Hopefully it won't literally be raining on me as I'm talking to you guys. I'm like seriously going, uh-oh. Wouldn't that be funny? It's like a downpour. I'm talking to you guys, and all of a sudden it's like pouring on my head. So where was I? Oh yeah. So he goes, yeah, well, it's not covered under insurance, so I'd have to, you'd have to pay out of pocket. So I told him, okay, well, how much is it, out of pocket? He goes, each session is about $350 to $400. And I'm like, to burn a few of these little things off of my body is $400? He goes, yeah, and the amount that you have, you'd have to probably come back 2 to 3 times, if not more, for different areas, your legs, your arms, your chest, whatever, because I couldn't possibly do it all in one shot. First of all, it would be too painful for you. And I'm like, oh my God, forget about it, So I put it out of my mind for quite a while, but then I just happened to Google cherry angioma, at-home remedies, what can be done. And there's a number of things you can do. Apparently you can put apple cider vinegar on it. You can kind of like with a cotton ball and put like a Band-Aid over it, and then it'll dry up in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And I'm like, for the amount of stuff on my body, I can't see myself being plastered. Can you imagine being plastered in little cotton balls all over my body with these surgical tape all over my body for 2-3 weeks till it would dry up and fall off? I mean, that's ridiculous. I can't do that. I work. I mean, come on. And I think there was lemon juice, there was apple cider vinegar, there's is it what was it, iodine? There was a number of home cockamamie home recipes that you could try, none of which appealed to me, honestly, to be walking around with these smells or these chemicals on me. And then I happened to see a couple of YouTubers actually using this made in China machine, and they were doing it for moles, but it said that they could also do it for tattoos. Again, I don't have tattoos, but they also mentioned, a couple of YouTubers mentioned about the cherry angioma and how to do it, to catheterize it, or cauterize it, however you pronounce it. So I started paying attention to this a lot, and I'm like, oh wow, maybe let me research this, let me see how much this costs. So I went online, I went to Amazon, and by the way, I can put the link, the Amazon link, over here. I'll put it in my description box, so if you guys want to try it. Disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, don't Please don't burn yourself and say I told you to do it. Okay, you do it at your own discretion. If you feel that it's something that you want to try, I'm just going to give you the link to this particular machine if this is the one that you want to try. Okay. So anyway, I went online. I got this, and honestly, when I got it, I read really bad English translation instructions on how to use it, and they also have like these little. Let me see if I can show you guys these. Well, they have this one, and then they have these needles too. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. This is the needle part here, and you put it in through here. You just kind of thread it in, and then this is the needle part here. And again, very, very fine to go like into the, I guess, to burst the mole, or if there's a growth or a bump, you could go very, very gently underneath your skin to zap it. Okay. And I read all the instructions on when to use what versus the other, and I've used both. I come, just to let you know, I come to, for me and for my situation, I like this one better than the needle. It seems to hurt more with the needle. So now, talking to you frankly about the pain and what to do and all of that, I bought Aspercreme. It's the one that makes you kind of numb up. You can put it on your skin and it kind of numbs it up. It's like it's got like a menthol kind of smell to it. You have to buy that. You have to buy antibiotic cream, so besotracin or some sort of antibiotic cream. You have to get alcohol, so pure, rubbing alcohol or any other antiseptic. I also bought Bactine as a wipe down as well. And I could go through really quickly on what to do, but I'll tell you that in a little bit. Okay, I just want to tell you what you're going to need. It's not going to just be this equipment. You're going to need a couple of other things. You're going to need band-aids. You are going to need band-aids. You're going to need some of the, if you have a bigger area, like I have a cluster, if you have a cluster of moles that you're taking out, or a cluster of cherry angiomas, I got the pads that were like this big that you can peel and then stick on you. You're going to need to cover this, for want of a better word, wound for about 24 to 48 hours, and you should not shower while you have it covered for 24 to 48 hours. Okay. So after you put this Aspercreme on to numb the area, and numbing is very relative. On a pain of 1 to 10, it takes the 10 down to maybe a 8, 7. Honestly, I don't think it does all that much. You just have to kind of like psych yourself into saying, I'm going to do this and it's going to be okay. It's, it doesn't last long. The pain doesn't last that long. You can kind of go through it, So, okay, so when you put the cream on, then you wait about maybe 30 minutes, and then you wipe it off, and then you sterilize that area. So I wipe it down with a cotton ball and alcohol, or you can have the little alcohol wipes if you just want to, get a box of alcohol wipes. You can just tear one of those pads off and, do your little wipe down. And then you turn on your gizmo, with the button over here. And I started, because I didn't know what the feeling was like. If you put it on 1 or 2, you barely feel it. Zap, you barely feel it. As you progress up the level and as these numbers go up here, it gets more and more intense. It's an electric shock is what it is. It literally, it's a zap. It's a psst, psst kind of zap, okay? And 8 is the top. And 8 you will freaking feel like, you're feeling it. Um, in order to burn off a larger area, and by larger I mean anything that is not minuscule, you're going to have to sustain that little zap. You have to go over that area multiple times, zapping yourself. And again, there's other videos out there that you can watch people do that. I'm not going to do it on my channel because I just don't want you to like freak out that, you know, I'm burning myself. Um, the thing you're gonna, the thing that to me is because of my extraordinary high sense of smell, and I've talked about this in the past that I have the nose of a bloodhound, is that you will smell skin burning. You will smell like there's bacon frying. If you've ever been to a dermatologist's office and you've ever been burned off a mole or a wart or anything like that where they burn it off, or they catheterize something to stop it from bleeding, and you know that smell, okay, that smell of like chicken skin feathers being burned, that's your skin being burned alive, okay. You got to get over that because as it's zapping, it's puffing there. You'll almost see a little puff of smoke coming out, and as it's doing it and you see the little puff of smoke emanating from your skin area, that's it burning off the skin, okay. Once that is done and you've done the process and you've lived through it, okay, that's when I put the Bactine on. Again, I make sure that it's sterilized, and then on that's when I put a tiny little bit of the antibiotic ointment, you know, on that area, rub it in, and then I peel off the appropriate size band-aid and stick it on me, okay. After I do that, I go ahead, given that there's none like right around the same area, I'll go to the next one and I'll proceed to do the same steps again, okay? I kid you not, you probably don't want to do more than 3 or 4 or, you know, top 5 at a sitting. I think you're going to just be done with it after that, okay? And with me and the angiomas that I have, the amount, it's going to take me quite a while to go through to zap all of them. All right, so went through that. Okay, I'll tell you how it looks like. It looks very red, and it looks like a very red acne pimple is how it looks like right after you get it done. Okay, so you cover it up for about 24 to 48 hours and then take it off and let it, you know, dry naturally. You will scab over again, just like, you know, if you pop a pimple or you have any type of cut or minor abrasion on your skin, and you know how it scabs up. You're gonna scab up. It's gonna scab, the, you know, top or area is going to scab up, and that's going to take a good, you know, week to week and a half, depends on how quickly you heal. And you can put you know, if you want a little, you know, vitamin E oil on it, I've tried that, or just keep it very mild. You don't have to like over baby it or put a lot of lotion or anything on it. Try to keep it dry as much as you can. And if it's in an area that your clothing will rub against, then I do suggest that you cover it up with a band-aid, a clean band-aid, at least while you're at work, or, you know, while you have tight clothes on or anything like that, because you're going to feel it. You're going to definitely feel that sensitivity against your clothing, okay? And I'm going to be inserting pictures along the way here, so you see like not the before. I didn't take pictures of the actual cherry angioma before, but, you know, take my word for it. It looks, there's a sample picture I'll put up here that I found online, but that's how it looks like. And then you'll see the way it's healing up, you know, taking the picture as it's healing up. I think for me it's going to take quite a while for me to heal up. It's probably going to take better part of, you know, a couple of months to completely disappear on me. It is healing up well. I think there might be, if you have a larger one, especially a larger mole or a larger cherry angioma, I think you might have to go in twice. You know, it'll do some, and then I already know there's one, for example, that and I burned the crap out of it. I really tried my best because it's one of the larger ones, and I tried my best to tolerate having this machine on me, but there's only so much burning of flesh that you can tolerate at one sitting. So if it heals up, and I already saw that it did a little bit, it's looking better, but it's still not 100%, and it's still there. So I think I'm gonna have to go back and redo that one, definitely. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'll wait another month till it heals up completely. But if I don't see it getting smaller, you know, I'll have to go back in there. And they do tell you on some of them, you are definitely gonna have to go back and, you know, do it twice. But on the smaller ones, I have noticed that they are disappearing and they're starting to get better. And I'm hoping, I'm looking down at my legs, I'm hoping that by the, you know, summer, it's only the end of February now, so I'm hoping by, you know, end of March, April, it's gonna, oh, I'm getting a low battery, it's gonna be, you know, looking a lot better, and I can wear my shorts and it's not going to be that bad. I have some at places where I can't show you guys because, you know, it's privates, but for the most part, a lot of it is on my legs and my arms. So that's where I'm going to be concentrating on, you know, taking them off in the next few weeks and going through the system. Do I enjoy it? No, I do not. As a matter of fact, I had to have a couple of drinks before I tried it the second time, because I knew that it's not going to be pleasant, and it helps to be a little drunk. I'm telling you this right now. It helps to be a little drunk, just to take that edge off when you're trying to burn yourself. It's not pleasant. But if this works, it's going to save me a ton of money, and of course trips and time to go to the doctor. And if I can radically improve some of these, and they, you know, fall off and dry up and shrivel up, it's going to be a lot better than it is right now, or that it has been. Okay, and again, I'm not condoning it. You know, don't say, oh, Maria told me to do this. This is my choice on doing it myself and trying it out, and seeing, you know, if this is even something that I want to do. Now, if I don't heal up all the way, and certainly if there's going to be any scarring, I'll come back and let you guys know as an update. Again, it's going to take probably a couple of months for it to completely heal up, so I won't know till it's completely healed up. But if it doesn't go well, and, you know, there's some sustained discoloration or scarring or whatever, I'll stop, and I'm not going to do it again. And again, it's only on my legs right now. There's a couple on my torso that I did, so, you know, if it scars, it scars. It's not going to be like, it's not on my face or anything. I'm not touching my face in any way. I will not do that on my face. So, you know, honestly, if you have a larger mole or some discoloration or cherry angioma on your face, I would caution you against using this. Just A, it's going to hurt like hell, and B, there probably are a lot more modern machines out there, you know, laser stuff that your dermatologist will be able to do on your face, so that won't have, you know, lasting scars or discoloration. Last thing you need to do is have that. I don't know how it will affect dark-skinned people, dark tone, if burning off that area for a mole or for the cherry angioma would discolor, you know, the skin tone under it. So please consult with your dermatologist if you have any doubts as to whether, you know, this is something you want to do or not. Talk to other people, you know, go on YouTube, do your research, please, because, you know, please come and tell me that I made you do it, seriously. Okay, so that's all I wanted to tell you. The gizmo itself, the machine itself, I think, and like I said, I'll put the link up here. I don't think I paid more than like 24 or $25 for it. It's very reasonable for what you get, and there are different price areas, so you can definitely have different price ranges. I think the lowest I saw was about $17 or $18, and I think the highest was maybe in the 30s, 30 something. But this is the one I chose. That, like I said, it has 8 levels, so it's quite effective on that 8th level. Very effective. So that's all I wanted to say. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it to anyone that would enjoy this type of information. And thank you again for stopping by and for listening to me about all this. I hope you found it interesting, and I hope you're having a beautiful and pleasant day out there. Blessings to everybody. I hope that you're relaxing and enjoying this nature and weather that we have. I mean, even if it's not that great of a weather, it's just beautiful to be out here in a garden or in your backyard and just enjoying life on a nice weekend. Okay, so I love you very much. I hope to see you in my next video. Until that time, blessings to everybody. Bye bye.